Hey, do you believe that the stigma of alcoholism is still prevalent? You know, alcohol is the most abused substance in America. And I just think it's time to step up and do something about that. My name is Nancy. I'm a life coach with over 10 years of sobriety. And I have been transparent about my alcohol experience, and I'm going to continue to be because it's important to me to help end the stigma of alcoholism and the shame and the negative perceptions that people that have a drinking problem have. So today I want to talk about a few things regarding the stigma, and I'm going to refer to some notes so that I can get my numbers straight and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be looking off screen just a bit. So I apologize for that. So alcoholism is so widespread, and it's just, it's so prevalent. So the stigma of alcoholism kept me drunk for a long time. I didn't want to admit that I had a drinking problem. I was so full of shame. It was gut-wrenching. And I knew I had a problem. I knew that I needed to do something about it. I knew that it was affecting my life, that I was so unhappy. But I was more afraid of what admitting that would mean to me, and it scared the hell out of me. It just scared the hell out of me. And so I didn't do anything about it until I didn't have a choice. And so what my hope is that if people like me are willing to speak out about their experience with alcohol, then maybe it would lessen the stigma. So, there's a lot of celebrities now that are admitting that they have addictions and alcoholism and mental health issues. And the more that people talk about these things and make them more commonplace, the better it's going to be for the world in general, because people won't think that they're in the boat by themselves. So I think it's very important for people who have an issue to speak up and come forward, and let's talk about this so that we can end the shame and the negativity about it. So because of the negative beliefs surrounding the disease of alcoholism, more than 60% of people who need treatment will not seek it. So 60% of people who need treatment, let that sink in for just a moment, won't seek treatment because of the shame and the negativity that surrounds alcoholism. And let's remember that this is the most abused substance in the country. So, chances are very good that if you're not affected by alcoholism yourself, that you know someone in your family, in your friends, people that you work with who are. And so chances are very, very good. So there's a few things that we can do to help and overcome the stigma of alcoholism. The first thing that we can do is to understand that addiction is not a choice. This is not something that we were, we wake up one morning and we think, oh, gee, I don't have anything better to do. I think I'm going to just start abusing alcohol like crazy and see if I can ruin my life. That's not what happens. It's a disease of the brain. It's a complex disease of the brain. And it's not a character flaw. This is something that you don't just say, okay, well, I'm insensitive and now I'm going to make a decision not to be insensitive. It takes a little bit more than that to put yourself into a place of recovery. And so it's not just a decision that now I won't ever have to worry about this again. There's a process, and it's a process that is so worth it. But it's a process, and there's no getting around it. So then the other thing is to remove disgrace from the equation. If we didn't feel the shame and the guilt and think that this was a weakness, a character defect, it would be so much easier. People wouldn't hide their problem anymore. If it was commonplace to go to the doctor and ask them about alcoholism like you would about any symptom for anything else, we'd be a lot better off. And, one of the things that I equate it to is, when you have cancer, and I've been there too, nobody shamed me when I was diagnosed with cancer. And, fortunately for me, nobody shamed me when I admitted that I was an alcoholic. I did that all by myself. But I didn't feel ashamed for being diagnosed with cancer like I did with alcoholism. So that's kind of just the top layer, the little bit of icing on the cake as far as it goes to bring awareness to this issue. I think it's one of my life missions to do whatever I can to alleviate this problem. And it's very, very important to me. So I want to thank you for joining me today. And, if you're curious about recovery, please reach out and let me know. I'm so here to help you. It's an insidious disease, and it will ruin your life if you don't fix it, if you don't get help. So, I invite you to choose you once and for all. Don't put this off. If you have a problem, reach out, get some help, and you're certainly welcome to contact me. So until next time, remember, it's your life and it's your choice. Have a great day. Bye.